Surrey is one of the fastest growing cities in Canada, but not every neighborhood is built for families. Some are packed with schools, parks, and walkable communities, while others, they look good on paper, but once you move in, you realize the traffic is a nightmare. The schools aren't what you thought they were going to be, and suddenly your dream home becomes a nightmare and doesn't feel so perfect anymore.
The good news is you don't have to learn the hard way. Selling real estate since 2007 and seeing all of the communities across Surrey, finding the ones that people absolutely love and stumble over to call home, and the ones they regret, well, we want to help shorten your learning curve and find the absolute best for you. Today, I'm going to break down the top 3 family-friendly neighborhoods in all of Surrey, British Columbia. The ones with the best schools, the safest streets, and the strongest long-term values. And if you're thinking about moving, this video today could help save you from making a very expensive mistake.
And the first neighborhood, most people don't even realize how good it is for families, but once you see what it has to offer, it might jump to the top of your list. Oh, and before we get into it, you want to make sure you're moving to the right area, so stick around to the end. I'm going to tell you a little known resource that will make sure that you don't pick a neighborhood that you're going to regret years to come from now.
You only get one chance to buy or sell your next home. Let's get it right.
If you're looking for an affordable, family-friendly neighborhood in Surrey with great schools, incredible parks, and a great sense of community, then look no further than Clayton Heights. It might be the perfect fit, and it's one of the best communities for not only first-time buyers, but also for young families like you. But there are a few things that you should probably know before making a move. Here's why families love calling Clayton Heights home. Let's be real, housing prices in Metro Vancouver are absolutely insane, but Clayton Heights, it's one of the last areas in Surrey where you can still find a modern townhome or a detached home that won't break the bank. If you're looking for an entry point into the Surrey market, this is one of your best bets. The benchmark price for townhomes is about $843,000, and detached homes come in at about $1,433,000.
For families, schools are a huge factor, and Clayton Heights has some great options. Clayton Heights Secondary and Salish Secondary are the main high schools, both with strong academic programs. And for the younger kids, you've got Hazel Grove Elementary and Clayton Elementary, both fantastic choices.
Unlike some suburban areas where you need a car for absolutely everything, Clayton Heights is really quite walkable. There is tons of parks, playgrounds, and community centers. Plus, you're close to shopping areas like Hillcrest Village and Clayton Crossing. There's also strong investment potential. Because of its affordability and central location, Clayton Heights has seen major growth over the last decade. And with future transit expansions planned, like the SkyTrain line coming in 2029 down Fraser Highway, which is already under construction, this area is only going to become more desirable. Translation, buying here is a smart move. Speaking of another smart move, if you want to grab a copy of our 21 Grants and Incentives PDF where you can see the free money that is available to you as a home buyer in the province of British Columbia, you can get it right now in your very own copy in the link below in the description.
There may be a few things to consider before moving here though. Clayton Heights has seen a lot of development in the last 10 years. More townhomes, more laneway homes, and more population growth. It's great for community vibes, but if you're looking for big yards and lots of space between homes, this might not be the right fit. And because of the higher density, street parking can be tough to find, especially in the townhome complexes. If you have multiple cars, make sure that the home you're considering has enough parking for everyone in your household.
So is Clayton Heights for you? Well, if you're looking for a family-friendly, affordable neighborhood with great schools, modern homes, and a strong sense of community, Clayton Heights should definitely be one of the communities at the very top of your list. Or you could just stick around because we're going to get into the second community on our list right now.
If you want a quiet, upscale, and safe neighborhood in Surrey with top-ranked schools, larger homes, and easy access to major highways, the second community on our list, Fraser Heights, should be at the top of your list too. It's one of the best areas for families looking for bigger homes, better schools, and a strong community feel.
Families love Fraser Heights because it's known for its beautiful, spacious homes, many on larger lots than what you'll find in newer developments around Surrey. If you're looking for a detached home with room for the kids to play, this is one of the best places in Surrey. And education is a huge reason families move here. Fraser Heights Secondary is one of the top-rated high schools in all of Surrey with a really strong academic program. Plus, you've got Bothwell, Fraserwood, and Dogwood Elementary, all highly rated. And one of the biggest perks of Fraser Heights Heights, you're right by Highway 1 to get to anywhere in the Lower Mainland. This makes commuting to Burnaby or Coquitlam or even Vancouver way easier than other parts of Surrey. If you work in the city but want a quieter suburban life, this is a great option.
One of the best parts though, Fraser Heights has a strong neighborhood feel. Quiet streets, lots of parks, and a real sense of community safety. It's not as busy or crowded as some of Surrey's other neighborhoods, which makes it a perfect choice for families who want a peaceful, quiet environment.
Because it's a well-established, high-demand area, Fraser Heights has consistently held its value over the years. If you're looking for a long-term family home in a stable market, it's a really smart investment. But truth be told, there's also a few things that you want to maybe consider before you decide to call Fraser Heights your next home. Fraser Heights is not the most budget-friendly neighborhood. Because of the larger homes and lots, prices here are on the higher end for Surrey. But for families who want space, privacy, and top schools, it's worth it. Detached homes in this neighborhood, according to the Home Price Index, come in at a value of $1,744,000. And one more consideration, while Fraser Heights has some local shops and services, you're not as close to major shopping centers like you would be in other areas like Guildford or Surrey Central, so expect to drive for most errands.
If you're looking for a safe, quiet, and spacious neighborhood, top-rated schools, and easy access to Highway 1, Fraser Heights is one of the best family-friendly communities in Surrey. Or you could consider our #1 pick in all of Surrey, best for families like yours. Let's go check it out. If you're moving to Surrey and you want a neighborhood that's quiet, safe, has top-rated schools, and lets you live walking distance from the beach, Ocean Park needs to be on your list. But here's the thing. Most people, well, they overlook it because it's not as flashy as some of the newer developments. That's a big mistake. Ocean Park is one of those rare places where you actually get a sense of community. Neighbors know each other, the streets are lined with mature trees, and there's a small town feel you just don't get in a lot of newer areas. But don't let that fool you. This is still one of the most desirable and highest value areas, and not just Surrey, but all of the Lower Mainland.
If you've got kids, schools are everything, and this is where Ocean Park delivers in spades. You've got La Ronde Elementary, which is a French immersion school, one of the most sought-after schools in the area, and for high school, Elgin Park Secondary, which is consistently ranked as one of the top public high schools in South Surrey. Families literally move here just to get their kids into these schools. And next, you've got the lifestyle. Imagine this. Saturday morning, you grab a coffee, and instead of sitting in traffic, you're walking down to Crescent Beach before the crowds even show up. You take the kids on a quick hike down 1001 steps, or you hit up one of the local cafes where the barista actually knows your name. This is the weekend life in Ocean Park, but it's not just on the weekends, it's every day.
Unlike some of the newer developments where every house looks the same, Ocean Park actually has character. You got a mix of charming older homes, beautifully renovated properties, and full-on luxury rebuilds. And because the land is so limited here, home values hold their values very strongly. It's one of those places where you're not just buying a home, you're buying into a lifestyle.
But you know that not every community is perfect, and Ocean Park is no exception to that rule. There's a lot of older homes in Ocean Park that were built decades ago, so unless you're buying one that's been completely updated, you might need to put in some work. But that's the trade-off for getting a bigger lot, mature trees, and homes with actual character. And the other thing about Ocean Park, well, it's not cheap. It's not the most budget-friendly option that you could find in the city. Prices stay high because the demand is strong, and there's only so much land to go around. But here's the thing. If you're looking for a neighborhood that has huge long-term investment potential, one that will appreciate in value, this is one of the safest bets that you can make. At the time of filming this video, detached homes in Ocean Park came in on the Home Price Index at $1,812,000.
If you're looking for a family-friendly neighborhood with top-ranked schools, a real community feel, and some of the best outdoor access in the entire Lower Mainland, Ocean Park is a no-brainer.
At the end of the day, choosing the right neighborhood is not just about the house. It's about the lifestyle, the community, and what makes sense for your family's future. And that's where we can help. If you're thinking of relocating to the Surrey neighborhood, you can connect with our real estate team by using the link below in the description. And if you're curious about learning more about the neighborhoods in Surrey, this video didn't really give you the whole scoop. You've heard the rumors about Surrey, and while not all of them are true, some of them are. And the video coming up next is all about the worst areas in Surrey, the ones that you definitely want to avoid relocating to and calling home for your family. That's coming up next, so I'll see you over there.
Surrey BC has some terrible communities, areas that you absolutely want to avoid at all costs. Being the 11th largest municipality in all of Canada, Surrey tends to get painted with the same brush.